This is Chelsea Merrill, and this is my Assignment 3 Outlook Data Management for Business Technology. Starting with number 1, I'm just going to go over the different views that I used in my Outlook and explain why I chose those settings. So if we go under the current view, under Change View, I've chosen the compact view, and I chose this just because I thought it allowed me to see the message a little bit easier, plus you're able to preview the email in addition to reading the subject line. I just found it was a lot more tidier, just made it a lot easier to use, especially if you're using it every day. And then under the Messages tab, I chose not to select the Show as Conversations. This is just a personal preference. I just like seeing one message at a time, just in a condensed version. I found it got kind of confusing when you could see the replies in just the one message down the row. I've just never used it before, so I think that's why it wasn't my preference. Under arrangement, I chose to arrange the email by the date. I just thought that made the most sense, always having the newest email on top, and then choosing the message preview just to the one line. And then last, under the layout view, so I didn't use the, oops, I just clicked it, but I didn't use the use tighter spacing options. I just liked having it a little bit bigger. I'm also like half blind, so it made more sense to just have them a lot more wider and just spaced out. But under the folder pane, I just chose the normal folder pane. And then under the reading pane, I chose the right side reading pane. I just thought it made more sense to have it on the right hand side, responding on the left hand side. And then in regards to the to-do bar, I let that be my calendar. I just thought this made it so much more organized and easier to read in these 3 views. Okay, so then for number 2, so the folder in Outlook that I decided to create is called Important BVC Reminders, and that's right over here. So first, for an example, here's 2 emails that I'm going to be moving into that folder. Just something to remind me to keep, and something that I can't accidentally delete from my inbox or misplace. Okay, and then number 3, so I'm going to do a follow-up flag on, for example, an assignment that would be due tomorrow. So if I go and flag it here, this flags it for today, but I probably don't want that because I'm not going to finish it for today. So I'm going to go and actually change the flag to tomorrow, and then I'll do the same thing with this one. Go and change the flag to tomorrow, and then I'm also going to go ahead and just move these into my important BVC reminder folder that I created. Okay, number 4, create at least one rule. So I'm going to use this one as an example. I'm going to go down to rules. This is the first time I've ever created a rule, so obviously that's why the dialog box is coming up for the first time. But I'm going to choose this specific email address. And I'm also going to move that into the important BVC reminders. But before I do that, so I'll choose this email and then move into the folder, important BVC reminders. Here we go. So now any incoming emails I receive from this specific address will be moved to that specific folder. Perfect. So I'm not going to do the run this rule now, just because I don't want it to take out all of my emails, because I do have quite a few in there that I still need to go through and make sure that I'm not missing anything. So just going to exit that. Okay, so number 5, I'm doing a mailbox cleanup of my Outlook inbox. So I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to File, and then I'm going to go to Tools, and then I'm going to go to Mailbox Cleanup. And I'm going to do the auto archive. And then I'm also going to go through and I'm going to empty the deleted items folder permanently, because I know there's quite a bit in there that I don't really need. And then let's see, do that one as well. So that should have done a little bit of a cleanup there. And then number 6, this is the one that I wrote up on my own, so I'm just going to read this off of my notepad quick. I said data management, when done correctly, mixes information easily and makes it accessible for employees when they are required to do it for their job. Instead of performing repetitive research over and over, information, data, and solutions are documented along the way for the organization and therefore at the fingertips of employees whenever they need it. I hope I got everything correctly. Thank you so much.